Scott was on a routine mission, coming back actually from that mission, and he was on a helicopter that went down in Afghanistan. The crash itself is just a miracle that anyone survived. They lost communication and they did not find them until an hour and a half, 2 hours later. They went from the CAS unit in Afghanistan to Longstool to the National Navy Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. And then from Bethesda, we've been at Tampa VA for about a year and a half now. They were able to evacuate him from Longstool within 48 hours. He was still really bad and probably shouldn't have made the flight, but now I understand why they evacuated him so quickly, because they weren't expecting him to live. Nothing could prepare you for a sight when you see this Hercules of a man. I mean, he couldn't even fit on the bed. That's how big and swollen he was, and he had every machine, every tube stuck everywhere, and he was just laying there so peacefully. The Scot Noss that I married was gone, but I was going to fight to get as much of him back as I could. They advised me to terminate life support. And I have a belief in a higher power, and I just told them that I wasn't going to give up on him that easily, that he was worth fighting for. And so to be able to take him home and to be able to care for him 100% in that home with lift systems, to be able to lift him in and out of the bed, space that Scott could live in, and he's not confined into an institutional setting, and there wouldn't be any more barriers between us. Well, the main goal for me at the very beginning, before I even was approached with homes for our troops, was to get him into a home setting, non-institutional, that I could have some sort of normality with him. Even though it wasn't the marriage that was before the crash, but to incorporate him into daily activities, waking him up and taking him in the breakfast room, having breakfast together, even though he doesn't eat. He would still be right beside me having breakfast. Taking him outside, outdoors, but not having to worry about having to get him back to the hospital in 2 hours. We would be right there so I could put him right back in bed. Sharing movies together. Everything that couples do together and that some take for granted, I wanted to do with him. Looking at the open floor plans, how ideal to have that sort of normality. And he would just be at home. I think someone who's been in an institutional setting for 2 years, home is just where you've got to go. I don't want him to ever end up into a nursing home. And so this home would allow me to be able to take care of him in a setting that is safe for him, but is also very mobile for him. And it really is a blessing. Words cannot describe it.